dead drunk than plain dead, what you?
Welcome back. Picking up exactly where we left off. Our two inebriated guards dutifully
Hold
standing.
it right there, Orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horde in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel.
I think we need to just...
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
That's a lot of alliteration.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
This is a cooperative dialogue. It allows you to roleplay discussions between the two main characters.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Agreed. A wizard is bound to know more about what is going on around here.
Capital, come along. We're not far from the city.
I guess I'll lead the way. Couple mushrooms over here. Wooden water staff. Probably better than what I'm currently using. Let's send that to bandage and take a quick look.
For the Legion!
Careful! Those beasts are deadly!
Oh yeah. Wooden water, way better. Over 50% better.
Drive them back!
Step aside! Let me have
Those beasts are deadly!
Uh-oh. These guys are fighting an orc.
What the hell's happening down there? Orcs! Bloody orcs! Come,
Ooh. Nice water.
big brutes.
I mean, this flaming barrel is just calling my name. I want to pull that other guy over here. Takes 7 to use, though. And I'm just out of range. These Legionnaires are up for the task. Avert your eyes! I feel obligated to try to keep those guys alive.
Oh, thank heavens. Maybe now you can learn something useful, like how to wash your underthings.
Oh, I could have reversed that. I could have dropped the barrel on someone, maybe. We leveled up. I am flanked. Don't like that. Now we're not flanked. 16 to 20 fire or 16 to 33 water damage. I think these two have this under control. Ooh, this guy's using a dagger now.
Face the unending darkness. Did
Who
you
was that
see
joker
that?
leading those orcs?
Those orcs
Damn
had a
traitor.
human commander.
Where are Bibius
How
and
very
Junius?
curious.
Didn't they hear the fight?
And how very disquieting.
This guy's gonna run off and discover that his buddies were drunk and doing other stuff. Antique mail armor, a minor healing potion. You found a repair hammer. If your blacksmithing ability is high enough, you'll be able to repair your equipment. Press right mouse button on the broken equipment and select repair. Okay, that might be worth it.
Hail, Source Hunter! Why, I don't think I could ask for a more welcome sight on these cursed beaches. The Legion welcomes you. We Legionnaires are loyal servants to Captain Aureus and the Council of Seven. Been stationed in Sicil for more than a year now, with no end in sight.
What happened here?
Bloody orcs are at it again. Beats me what on earth they want in Sicil. This is their second attack within as many weeks, and their second defeat. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship in the harbor to the west of here.
Oh, fireball? How are the sailors making out?
They may need help. I'd go myself, but we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts. Never know when another one of these little raiders might sidle up the beach.
Why was there a human fighting alongside these orcs?
Beats me what traitorous madness came over that dog. A man among orcs. It'd be like one of your kind running with a sorcerer. Whatever the cur's incentive to raise swords alongside that murderous lot, let's all hope it was a private grudge. Can you imagine if we had to add a slew of wild-eyed, orc-loving bedlamites to our list of enemies in Sicil?
Wild-eyed, orc-loving bedlamites. Good grief.
Taken before his time. Far before his time.
Our ship's ablaze in the
Firestone
harbor.
grenade.
We need help. Fast!
Unidentified antique cloth armor. Antique cloth shoes.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
Are these the biggest buckets we've got? We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor! Lost orcs have learned how to play with fire! Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
The ship's blazing even higher.
Too far away.
She's lost.
The ship's blazing ever higher!
I don't know if I was supposed to do that yet, but it's done. I don't think I can get on board their ship. All right, before we move on, let's deal with our level ups. I mean, they're making a strong case that we need to increase our perception. Critical chance initiative. I like initiative. Start action points in combat. Ability to detect traps. Accuracy when shooting over long distances. See hidden details. Those are all good things. Offensive rating with strength-based weapons.
One
Improves
day,
my arm
comrade,
skills.
vengeance will be ours.
How much you can carry. I only think one of them needs perception. I don't think they both need perception. If it's going to be anybody, it should probably be our point man. Perception, constitution, and strength will be the 3. Let's just get a little boost of perception. Abilities. We don't want any of this stuff. Armor specialist. What's bodybuilding?
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Saving throws against knockdown, burning, frozen, bleeding, crippled, blind, weak, disease, infected, and drunk. Don't need any of those. I do like leadership. Boost to party members and friends that can see you.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Alright, let's see if we can get far enough away from this guy. Alright, we're already getting a leadership bonus here. +1 willpower, 5 initiative, 5% damage. That all sounds good. For you... Well, you already had high perception. Probably should have stuck it on the other one. Though I feel like my initial person should have the perception.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
I think we'll just go with intelligence on you. And then the skill.
Taken before his time. Far before his time.
I like Lore Master. Examine enemies, identify items. The more invested, the more in depth your intel. I like this idea. These are an improvement on my boots. We need an identifying glass. I don't think I have an identifying glass. We'll just move that down here. Alright, these guys are really kind of got warlust going here. Alright. Oh, wait. Switch back to you. Talk to this cat.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service.
Ahu.
It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city.
I was summoned here by a cat?
So you were, and so you weren't. Behold!
Remember, we're here to investigate a murder that happened in this city, dispatched by our shadowy
These bossmen respect
source hunter organization who believes it was some magical doings.
There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter.
We're source hunters.
on this day.
Not a class, but a job.
Ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same.
The scene of the crime? Okay.
Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
Where can I find the scene of the crime?
Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek.
King Crab Inn. And Aureus's permission.
So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
It may interest you to know that the orcs we took care of were led by a human.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
From what I've seen and heard, this isn't the first time you've had problems with marauding orcs.
Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools.
What exactly is the trouble you're having with the undead?
Ah, the undead.
Little of both, huh?
They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise?
Sorry about that. I said, do tell me about this cat trick of yours.
Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Okay.
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap?
I want to check out this boat.
I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves. I thought the old girl's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails, but you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen.
How about that burning ship? Oh.
I said myself, if I don't
I guess that's like
start
a
earning an extra
steel
gold
notification.
piece an hour, I'll walk out the door.
Okay, it's seen better days, but it's still floating. The infamous
Really?
rope.
The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope.
The higher I throw, the harder the fall.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo.
What happened here?
These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves.
About finding work?
With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though.
How about that burning ship?
That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd have been around when our own barge went down in flames.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Drag items you wish to buy or sell onto the barter window. Balance the offer with pressing the scales. Confirm the transaction by pressing the blue accept button in the middle. You can also identify and repair items at a trader.
The time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthan Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy Legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
I guess.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed to Yuthan Gore anymore?
I guess this guy can't can't identify this item.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy Legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Really?
Mug of wine and a swordfish.
The joyride.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to your door anymore?
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Empty flask. Hey, I'm doing my part. I'm just buying stuff from you guys.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to your door anymore?
All right, I'm guessing that this has been regenerated. I'm just gonna teleport this past the rope here. Silver ore.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard
Unidentified. We need to find an identifying glass.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy Legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Shores? Here? In Size Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to madness! Thought we were done with those swampy uglies a fortnight ago. Note, though, that none of them dared to come close to the tide splitter.
It's sauce? Here in Sicil? Of all that cursed hunks of rock
Fun
to lay
with Fluids Volume
Conrad
3,
chooses
a
this
slightly damp book about crafting potions to guard against the elements.
Is that Bertie still alive yet?
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir. Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Smokescreen arrow.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to your door anymore?
On the men!
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy Legionnaire really
On
thinks that
the men.
Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Oh, nothing new. Shores? Here? In Size Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught.
They're all basically
Ahoy,
saying
sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicil?
they just told me the same thing as I've been looking at what everybody can trade. They all have weird stuff, but it's interesting.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
Okay. Ooh, this guy's got a bunch of stuff.
Really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Old copper ring of the serpent, 829 gold. Okay, we're not going to have that much money.
No, it ain't.
Air
He
resistance,
drove it
poison
straight to the
resistance,
pub and
strength. Some cloth shoes. 347 for Staff of Bloodlust.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy Legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! Knowing him, he drove it
Jinxing
straight to the
old
bubble
wooden
bank.
fire staff of disabling. That one sounds kind of cool.
Don't forget the
Low
time he got
damage,
caught
but it's all
passing
crowd
a
control.
lot low to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that
Let's
why we never
get
say
outta
anything
here.
anymore?
This is suffering from
Speaking of youthful gore,
conversational repetition. We'll have to remember that that guy sells some pretty good stuff.
I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves.
I don't know how you did that hocus pocus, but boy am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves.
Okay, so now you got a couple of knives to sell. Ooh, what's going on here? All right, we got a portal. Let's find this first. Lock that in.
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie. A 2 feet addressing me directly? Huh, I thought I'd never see the day.
Okay, so Pet Pal is kicking in, I guess. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Oh, me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all around Sightseal, from dock to graveyard and back again.
Okay.
Speaking of Bull, you ought to say hello to him. He's clairvoyant, you know. Can tell your fortune to the T.
Well, I'm seeing 2 feet approaching me, and here you are. My powers astound even me.
Tell me about yourself.
Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Sightseal. The 2 feets never bother to ask, but I see all that is and is to be.
Can you tell my fortune?
Of course, most winsome 2 feet. Of course. What would you like to know?
Will I be wealthy?
Why, yes, most wealthy indeed. But you must be vigilant, 2 feet, for I see that your wealth will come by bloody means.
No. Will it be lucky in luck?
Well, that depends, 2 feet. That depends. I see that love has caused you to falter in the past. Yes, falter dearly. You must reconcile your mistakes before you will find true love.
How will I die?
Death. Ever the most difficult topic to foretell. I see. Oh dear. No. No. Your reading is over. Do you hear? Over.
Nothing to worry about.
Sightseal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels. All careful now. Never know when those green beasts are gonna launch another blazer our way.
Slimy, reeking, rotten sea garbage.
We need to find some recipes with some fish in it. because we're finding all the fish. A yellow fishing rod or a white fishing rod? What? That basket full of tomatoes or apples is empty? He who smelts it. Okay, looks like it's a blacksmithing book. We're gonna have to read some of these here soon. Surely there's some veggies in this basket. Look at that. It's like a cornucopia. Empty. One apple. Oops.
Slimy, reeking, rotting seagull.
Okay, what is this sign? Does this give us some idea where we're supposed to go?
I can't even smell the sea air.
North Sicil, West Beach, South Harbor. This looks pretty rough.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second.
What are you trying to sell? Some arrows. I guess I should wait, because if we have another party member, they might use arrows.
Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the Undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
Okay, open the gate, please.
I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Source Hunter.
Me too.
Right, open her up, Legionnaires.
Oh. This area is intended for players with higher level. Be careful, or come back later. Alright. I am being warned, but I also see a shield out here. So let's check. Old buckler. Yeah, way better than what we have. And then we had that chainmail. Antique mail armor. Huge upgrade. We need to find a identifying glass. I think we also had lockpick tools, but I'm suddenly not seeing them. Oh, yep, right there. Yeah, we are obviously out of our depth.
The Sicilians retreated from this battle, but what about the Orcs?
Either they've taken to the sea or set up an encampment in yonder caves. Keep your weapon at the ready.
Looking around this harbor, I think we should probably not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Well, she's a conversation bubble. Maybe she won't attack us.
Oh, hello. What have we here? An adventurer, I judge, by the world-weary look of your weapon, and a noble by the wonderfully deep pockets clipped to your belt. What luck? What luck?
I see. So we're rich, and we have money to spend on our broken down gear. I see. I see.
Charla is my name, good friend. I came to this second life some time ago. Some years? Years it must be. Or perhaps not. In any case, it has been time well spent hunting out magnificent goods and selling them to interested parties. So many wonderful artifacts I've found, so many precious relics I'd be so happy to rehome to a trusted buyer.
What kind of wares do you have on hand?
Have a look by all means. You'll find every make and kind of impressive accessories, but you'll also find certain very rare relics too. You look like just the sort of self-starter to appreciate what I mean. Weapons, 4 of them, that the intrepid adventurer can improve and upgrade as he travels if he finds the right pieces. See them? See them? Judge for yourself.
Oh my. She's got a ton of stuff for sale. Melee power skill book. Lower resistance skill book. Walk in the shadows skill book. So these are actually skills that we can learn. Identifying glass is what we're here for. I didn't know she'd have it, but I'm glad she did. So let's just buy that. You found an identifying glass. If your lore master ability is high enough, you'll be able to identify items. Press the right mouse button on unidentified items and select identify. Let's... Oh. We'll deal with that in a second, I suppose. Yeah, this stuff is too expensive for us. We are way out of our element, just based on the cost of goods. Avatar of Poison, not interested. Walk in the Shadows, that's Scoundrel. Lower Resistance could always be good. Requires level 3. Melee power stance skill book. Increases the damage of your melee attacks and your movement speed at the cost of precision. Adventurer's staff base kit. Requires intelligence 7. Only 121 gold? This looks like it's a heirloom item from WoW. I mean, it's like triple damage. I think I have to get this. Do I need 2 cooking pots? Probably not. They told me to sell that spoon. Love grenade. Try to charm everyone within a 5-meter radius. It's so rare that there's going to be enough people that close together. I'm selling that. This chest only gives us 1 gold. I do like the Firestorm grenade. Oh, keep forgetting we're doing a particular kind of business right now. Oh, she doesn't like bandage. We'll have you buy it. Try to save a couple bucks. Everybody likes Sanction. Anything for... Anything for Sanction to consider? +1 Lore Master. +1 Intelligence, +1 in... Man, there's some good stuff here. Let's call it. We got what we wanted.
Goodbye then, good friend. Goodbye. That is, unless you fancy a glance at some of my wonderful goods.
Sailins, the salesman to the end. All right, let's get the good stuff over. +1 initiative, a little bit of movement, and 7 earth resistance. Air resistance, a little bit of movement. Better than what I got. Oh, to use this, it's going to cost me a ton of AP. Adventure Staff base kit. Yeah, it's way too high level for us. Let's get out of here. Our dealings with the undead merchant is probably worth it, but we're obviously punching way above our weight right now. Maybe we should get back on track. But it's always nice to gear up. Now let's see, we came in. Oh, goodness. Three out-of-work sailors, Lewis, Max, and Philip, mourn the loss of their ship and asked us to help them find employment. Oh, this is going to be intense. What is this building? Warehouse.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the
I think that's
foulest.
not what we're looking for, but let's wander in and see what's going on.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this warehouse, snooping around?
Tell me about yourself.
If it's conversation you're looking for, I'd recommend my comrade Florius, or as I prefer to call him, Loose Lips McGee.
Okay. Good grief. You have no money.
As for myself, my job is to protect this warehouse, not chit-chat with intruders.
You seem to have strong opinions about Florius.
That idiot man-child would sooner spend an hour chatting up a thief than a minute arresting him. I only hope he gets transferred out of this warehouse and straight to the perimeter. Let him rot off as zombies here instead of mine.
I mean, he was just walking by, but okay.
Nah, even thinking of him turns one into a gabbing hen. Please, leave me be.
Sheesh. Okay. All of these are
One day you'll show 'em all.
thievery. Let's talk to Loose Lips McGee over here.
A source hunter? A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around. And don't mind if I pick your brain about the scoop around Undervale. I'm behind on my current affairs.
Tell me about yourself.
I tell ya, this gig sure beats getting my toes bitten off by zombies out in the field. We warehouse guards don't have to do much apart from stroll the perimeter a few times an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, every now and again, some friendly folks, like yourself, will wander through here. And nothing beats a pleasant conversation, though my comrade Horatius has quite different opinions on that matter.
And what's Horatius' opinion exactly?
Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman, and child who steps foot in this place wants to rob it blind. If I so much as greet a townsperson with a hello instead of a state your purpose, he starts frothing on and on about godly duty and security breaches.
What do you know of current affairs?
This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? I myself suspect his wife Esmeralda, and the butcher seconds that, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty divorce himself, and there's his children to consider. But I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Never did get on well with her mother ever since the incident.
The incident?
Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear around here.
Horatius called you Loose Lips McGee. What's that about?
That fusspot said what? Well, old Loose Lips will let that lowly backbiter know what he thinks about that.
You're over here just causing trouble.
So, something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty, indeed. Put up your fists.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the street.
Enough! What is this barbarism? Back to your post at once!
Sir, this is an important matter. A matter of honor.
Such matters are to be settled on your own time. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Such bickering is all that thieves need to sneak by unnoticed.
It won't happen again, sir.
It better damn well not.
Too bad we don't have a
Report!
Nothing to report, sir.
thief-style
You'll
character.
never have
Looks like there's a lot of good stuff in
Isn't that
here.
a good thing?
Oh well, let's move on.
God, duty's not so
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us seriously. Maybe you can start with the two idiots hiding their pet orc here.
A pet orc?
Nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Report?
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around.
If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir.
Avert your gaze,
What's
and
this
I'll handle
now?
this threat for all our shakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
Stay a while and listen.
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed.
Oh boy.
Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
Place reeks of orc stench.
Okay, calm down back there.
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions. But now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
I see.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time now. It makes him a bit edgy.
Sheesh.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes.
Oh boy.
Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her.
Pouch of trinkets.
A vial of love potion shattered over her head, And when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Uh-huh.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds?
Yeah, he's mostly right, but let's see.
You see? He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
She's got to be put down. If this love potion is as dodgy as it sounds, she could come to her vicious sense at any time. Let her live. If that potion were truly worthless, it wouldn't have been able to charm her in the first place. In this docile state, she may prove a source of valuable information. I'm going to go with the valuable information.
Let her live. If that potion were truly worthless, it wouldn't have been able to charm her in the first place. In this docile state, she may prove to be a source of valuable information.
I think we're being romantic right now. You would trust a quack magazine. Nah, I'm going to let Bandage go against me here.
You would trust a quack magazine from youthful Gore? She's clearly liable to snap at any minute.
So we've got 4 options. If you want to go after her, you'll have to go face me first.
You'll show 'em all.
I don't take kindly to murderers. Intimidate. Don't you want to see whether or not this experiment proves successful for a real working love potion? Think of the possibilities. That's a charming option. Think of the intel this creature could provide. And if then the men will armed and yeah, I think 3.
Think of the intel this creature could provide, and if she begins to revert, these men are armed and will be able to subdue her.
I ordered a similar love potion from... Since you obviously have no special affection for me, I think we conclude the advertisements just don't deliver. Ha 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 ha. You must realize that this gets loose in the city. We're the ones that have to put her down. Yeah, reason and reason.
You must realize that if this orc gets loose in the city,
Uh-oh.
we're the ones who'll have to put her down and deal with the bloody aftermath.
I've been going against myself here, accidentally. Too much roleplay. Win a series of rock, paper, scissors matches to convince the other party. Put points into charisma to gain the advantage. Press space to skip. Wow. Bandage is really good at rock, paper, scissors. And making a comeback. Sanction has won this argument.
No, we'll do as I say.
Bravo! I trust not only the potion, but my scaly sweetheart in and of herself.
All right, buddy.
You're going to regret this. We're all going to regret this.
At some point, you're probably right. Get the intel. Make it worth our while.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend.
Report?
This
Still
place
nothing,
reeks of
sir.
orc stench.
Suppose there just aren't any thieves around. If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir.
Pablo, what are you doing?
Duty's not so bad.
Save that ship all by your lonesome. Quite the feat. If I had the magic touch about me, I'd have lent you my hand too.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please?
In the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Well, you see,
Well, that was the Sicil warehouse. Looks like we're heading up to the town.
Better to evacuate this place while there's still some left to save, I say. Go while the going's good.
Press M to open your map. Important characters will mark destinations on your map. Oh my. The crime scene. A strange cave. Esmeralda, Legion headquarters. Okay, so we're a little ways away from that. Believe it or not, that's been an hour. That went really fast. It went fast for me anyway. I hope it went fast for you. It's a locked door back there. Ooh, this is a cool little city that's built out. Let's call it there. We made the choice on the orc. We bought our adventurer staff, which apparently is kind of an heirloom item. We'll see if that works out. Right now, though, it's too high a level for us. +3 due to level difference. So it's level 5 and we're level 2. So to use it's going to be kind of a heavy lift. We did get the lore master, or the identifying glass. I might take some time in between episodes to sort of clean up the inventories. But other than that, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.